It's time to make a crucible. However, to make a crucible, we first need to make an anvil. So we've, between episodes, gotten all of the materials up that we need to make a blue steel anvil. And we have placed that on our back, so we can go and pick up this one over here. And place that one down just over there for the moment. And place that down there. Or don't like it that way around, make it more aesthetically pleasing to place it down like that. That will allow us to then turn some of the extra metals that I've made up. I've been very busy between episodes making up a bunch more metals. That will allow us to make I think we're going to make it out of blue steel, as it seems to be the slightly easier one for us to make. Make a blue steel sheet, and then we'll be able to start making a crucible. So taking our blue steel plate and our clay, and a rolling pin that we've made in the previous episode, we can make a clay crucible. Now we're also going to make up a clay mold, which is knife, rolling pin, and the clay like that. Did I get those the wrong way around? Yes, I did. So clay mold, and then we're also going to make clay crossing. So I don't know if that's actually is that what we want? I'm not sure. I think, you know what, we're just going to make another mold for the moment. And we'll leave it like that for the moment. So what we need to do with these is stick them in the forge and make them so that to actually control them, they need to be made into brilliant white, and then we'll get our molds and our clay ceramic crucible. We can also if we take our blue steel anvil off of our back, because it went in there, we can take that, and we can take I think we're going to take should we take the sword or the saw? I'm going to go with the saw for the moment because we've got a good sword and we're not really worried about that for the moment, as that's going to be more useful. So we get a hammer as well and some credits, and that actually leads on to the making of the crucible. What it wants us to do first is making a burning box. Now, I will let you read down through all of this, but the important bit that we're going to look at is the fact that it is used to generate heat, and it produces HU, heat units, out of the top. There are 3 different types. One's using solid fuel, one's using liquid fuel, and one's using gas fuel. We're going to try and go for a liquid fueled one, and that can be powered using the creosote oil that we've been getting from our coke oven, which is going to waste otherwise. And it also means that whenever that is plugged with either a piston or a block in front of it, it goes out instantly and doesn't waste any of the fuel. So while those are cooking up, we are going to start working on our burning box. We're going to go with a liquid burning box and make it out of steel. So to make this, we need 2 steel plates, we need 2 small steel pipes, we need a black steel sheet, and we need a double copper sheet. So to make the pipes, we also need to make a bending cylinder, which is any 6 units, but it has to be a high enough level, I believe. So where it says there, it says beryllium level 2. So for bronze, I believe it says there on tool harvest, it says wrench level 2 iron, about here. And what we can do for that is we're going to make them out of black bronze, I believe. And the same goes with the wrench, and then that will allow us to make pipes. And we're also going to make up some bronze filled pipes so we can actually put creosote oil into this thing. Having made up those 6 sheets of black bronze, we can take that and our hammer, and we will get a wrench. And we can take the rest of our black bronze and our hammer and our file, and that will get us a bending cylinder. Now, what we'll be able to do is use those 2 things to make the pipes, as said before, and also allow us to actually make the burning box, as it requires the wrench to make it anyway. So what we're going to do now is make those pipes and those copper and black steel plates. Now, taking what we have in our inventory, we can do a number of things. The first thing we can do is take this flawless sapphire and make it into a plate, and use a saw on that and combine that with a stick, and that will get us a magnifying glass. That will allow us to tell what's going on inside the pipes and inside our burning box. Now, the thing is, to make the pipes for the burning box, we can take our roller, our wrench, and our hammer, and we need to grab our hammer out of the anvil. So take our blue steel anvil, bending plate, and the curve plate and the wrench, make a small steel plate, and do the same with the other one. And we can then basically take that. We have everything else. We just need to make the bricks. So take the bricks in the center there, and mortar. And as you might have noticed there, we have also gotten our, oh, wrong way around. So mortar like that, bricks round that way, and we can make one set of those. We have also got our crucible and our mold all sorted there as well. But we can now take everything that we have there, and we should have everything, I believe, to make this. So taking our steel plates and our black steel and our copper double plate and our wrench in the center, we have our burning box. So we can complete that quest, going back to the Steam Age, and that is completed. And that opens up also making all of this, and it didn't register making that. Okay, so that's going to be slightly annoying because that might want us to make another one, or I'll just correct that in the quest book for us, as we did make it, and it's going to be a pain in the ass to change that. So what we can do is take that now, take our burning box, we're going to place that down there. We are going to place down, we're going to make one more pipe that with what we have here with our hammer and our bronze. We're going to make a bronze pipe. So we can place down the bronze pipe there. As you see, that connects. A wooden barrel that we got from a quest reward, and a ceramic funnel, which you can place on the side there. That was just made the same way as before. And taking our wrench, we can make sure that that connects as well. And that means that if we take that and take our bucket, we can take a bucket of creosote oil, put it into there. We can see that in a second it should start flowing. I believe it should start flowing. Place our crucible on top and take a magnifying glass. So why is that not going into there? Oh, it makes a villager noise. So we'll see if that flows. If not, we'll change it. It needs to. We change it so it will fill vertically adjacent tanks depending on gravity, and that means that we now have 320 liters of creosote oil in our burning box. So we can now place down a block there and put a mold there. But before we can shape that mold, we will need to make a file. To make a file, we have a rod, and somewhere in my inventory we have a plate, and we need a hammer and a file, and we make the chisel head and combine that with a stick, and we will make a chisel. Now, to make an ingot, it's 3 along the side, so just like that. So that will make an ingot, or I believe it should. And if you were to empty out the entire thing, it would actually make a plate mold. So we're going to have ingots for some of our things, but we're going to want plates for others because that will save us on materials. The other thing we're going to do is have a system to shut this off automatically. And to do that, we are going to take our grindstone and put a piece of cinnabar in there. And right-click that up to make up some redstone. And with that redstone, we can also take some bricks, which we just made with the stone and our chisel and our file. So many different tools at this point. And we're going to make a piston. So that we need to also quickly grab some wood from upstairs to get some lumber. And then it can use any type of metal. We are actually going to be using a piece of iron, but you can use bronze as well. It's just we actually have, so we could use a piece of bronze as well. Actually, I think we are going to use a piece of bronze, as that is what we actually have more of right now. I didn't even think about the amount of bronze that we had in our inventory. So we can also take that, and if we combine a rock with our stick, and there we go, using a actual block rather than just a single stone, we have a lever. So we can take that down here. We will place a block like that and a block there, and then we will be able to block off the burning box like that, and that should instantly put it out. However, to actually light the thing, we're going to take a piece of flint and this, something I can't pronounce, bearing rock. That was just from picking rocks up off the ground. So to actually demonstrate this thing, we're going to pick up our ingot mold, and we're going to place down a mold that we're going to turn into a complete plate mold. because we're going to make some steel plates using the steel that we just got from reclaiming our old steel anvil. So we actually have 9 ingots of steel. So this is a cast. If we actually look at this one, it actually says produces ingot. So if you pick up that one a second, it should say produces plate and takes 1 unit. So it takes only a single ingot. So what we should be able to do is put that into there, and that has 1 ingot's worth of steel in there. And taking our flint, we'll just top up this barrel with some creosote oil. And that means that we have 4 in there and the regular amount in there. And we can light that up. And we should see... Oh, that only actually had 1 use. Okay, never mind. So we'll see that that will start to increase in temperature nice and quickly. And... Oh, touching it gives us a nice bit of damage. Gosh, that almost killed us. Okay, we need to be careful around this. So once that goes above 2200, I'm turning this switch. And that should stop heating that up. And then I believe if we... Is it that we... How do we pour it out? Ah, there we go. Right click on it. And we can use our wrench to get the... And we died. So yes, an important note, be careful around this thing. So we can use our wrench now to, or just right click on it, and we should get our steel sheet. And that means that we have successfully turned 1 ingot of steel into 1 sheet. So this is our crucible setup. We'll be using it to make all sorts of new machines and be able to make plates more efficiently. If you have found today's episode useful or enjoyed it, hit that like button. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.